So dear friends, that is a simple structure of the vapor compression refrigerator. So simple structure of vapor compression refrigerator is nothing but it is a commercial refrigerator plant or most elastic refrigerator belong to this class. So assumption made for your ideal vapor compression refrigerator is the take place some assumption. So that assumption must be when you have to construct the simple ideal vapor compression cycle. So assumption first assumption for ideal vapor compression refrigerator cycle is irreversibility. Now this irreversibility is within the evaporator, condenser, compressor, so all the parts which are present in your vapor compression refrigerator must be ignored. Irreversibility which are present all component of the simple refrigerator, you should be ignore it. That is assumption, that is ignore it. Now second, no frictional pressure drop. No frictional pressure drop. So due to the friction, pressure is not decreases. There is a friction, so it can be eliminate or neglect it. Third assumption, refrigerant, that is your working substance. Refrigerant, that is your working substance, flow at a constant pressure. That is flow of that working substance through your device at a constant pressure. At a constant pressure through the heat exchange. Means where they will be flow at a constant pressure. Pressure never be drop or increase. Fourth assumption, heat losses. Heat losses to the surrounding are ignored. It should be remembered. Heat absorbed by the surrounding. Heat rejected the surrounding. Heat loss to the surrounding are ignored. Means adiabatically to the your surrounding. So heat loss is ignored. And last assumption, it should be remembered, last assumption, compression process must be isentropic. These are the assumptions for your ideal vapor compression cycle of the refrigerator. Now we consider one figure. That figure is the most important for your explanation of the device. So you can be plotting this figure. It should be remember it. So it is simple. There is a spiral. Okay. Here. So this is a continuous flow tube. Here continuous flow. Now here is a compression. We can use different color. So yeah, it is optional to take the different color for different part. So we can use it to better understand. See here, it is a straight line. Okay. So then there is such type of device. It's continuously pipe. Once again here is a spiral. Okay. Now we consider another color. So this is known as a condenser. C. So it is an compression. So it is C1. So suppose E point and here B point. Now this is an your last evaporator, second last evaporator. So name is evaporator. E. So here is throttling. It is called as a throttling one. Now here you can use the Joule-Thomson porous plug experiment, which is not here, but it should be remembered. When at a constant high pressure, gas is passed through the porous plug, there is a fall in temperature. So this is the principle of the Joule-Thomson porous plug experiment, that is the T. Now there are the two reservoirs we can use here. This is a hot reservoir. Its a temperature is a T1, and here is a cold reservoir. And its a temperature is T2. So there is a most important exchange of the heat. Exchange of the heat is the most important. So here is an exchange of the heat. So this is an your exchange of heat. Q1 amount of heat and Q2 amount of heat. So this is called as C1, this is called as C2, and this is called as C3. Okay. So can be flow of the your working substance is as like this. So when you are to doing the work done, that is a working explanation, you should be use this path. Same. Now suppose it is a consisting of the three part most important, that is the first is the compressor which is a C1, second is the condenser which is C2, and evaporator. These are three parts. Now compressor C1 is fitted with a frictionless piston which is a electrically driven piston, means piston motion is a electrically driven, controlled by the electrically. Now compressor has two valves, one is a A and another is a B. The gas like the sulfur dioxide or ammonia we can be used. It should be remember here a gas we can use one of the sulfur dioxide or ammonia. These are the two gas we can use. Anyone use there, sulfur dioxide or ammonia. Now this gas is a compressed adiabatically. It is called as a isentropic because it is an adiabatically. So it is an adiabatically in the compressor C1. Now gas is compressed so that its temperature is decreases to the temperature is increases. Temperature is increases here. Temperature T is increases here and it is up to the T1. So temperature contains here T1. When the temperature is T1. Now this compressed gas having the temperature T1 is enter in the condenser C2. Enter in a condenser C through the spiral C2. Temperature is now here T2. When it is enter here, temperature is T1. Now when it is passed through the coil C2, it is cooled by the air or water. Now this spiral will be cooled by the air or water. It is cooled by air or water. Here we can be cool air or water. When it is cooled by air or water, so its temperature is decreases. Here in the chamber, temperature is decreases. Temperature is decreases, but pressure is remains constant. See here, pressure is remains constant. Temperature decreases. There is a fall in temperature, but pressure is remains constant. Now during this condensation, when the temperature decreases, how the temperature decreases? By circulating the air or water. So Q1 is an amount of heat given out by the vapors to the circulating water. So your gas which are present in a C2 chamber, condenser C2 is cooled, and it is a condensation in the form of the liquid. Condensation in the form of the liquid. Now this liquid is allowed to pass through the throttling valve. Liquid is passed through the throttling valve. So it is undergoes to Joule-Thomson porous, Joule-Thomson expansion. Porous plus means nothing but suppose here is a cotton. So cotton having the small OH, so when it is passed, there is an expansion is take place. So when this liquid is passed through the throttling valve, then it's a volume pressure under the adiabatic condition. When it is undergoes to Joule-Thomson expansions to the lower constant value pressure under the adiabatic condition. Now during this constant volume pressure, during this expansion, it's a temperature. There is an expansion of the liquid, so temperature will be the fall. Here once again temperature is a fall because there is an expansion is take place. Here is an expansion of the take place in this. So there is a temperature fall. Now temperature fall is from the T1 to the T2. In a throttling valve, temperature fall from the T1 to the T2. So this low pressure, low temperature liquid. Now the pressure and temperature is low, which is passed through the your evaporated chamber E, through the C3, through the coil C3 into the evaporated chamber E. Now this evaporated chamber consisting of the brine solution. Brine solution. So it is the brine solution. So into this evaporated chamber, liquid is completely vaporized. Should we remember here, liquid is completely vaporized. Liquid is completely vaporized. Where? In a condenser E. Vaporized. So when liquid is completely vaporized, so your heat Q2 of the vaporization, heat Q2 of the vaporization, that is the liquid vaporization, that is amount of heat in the form of the liquid vaporization is extracted from the material to be cooled, that is a cold reservoir. So this vapor at a low pressure enter the compressor through the valve B. Now this low pressure enter at the compressor C1. So there is a one complete cycle. So where it is again, it is undergoes to the adiabatic compression. In this way, we can be continually flow of the your refrigerant or working system. In a domestic refrigerator, your coil C3 is placed in the ice compartment where they directly cool the refrigerant. So in a refrigerator, refrigerant, that is your working fluid, undergoes the phase changes during the heat transfer process in a condenser and everything. Now should you remember, there are the two chambers, evaporator and condenser, where the heat exchange is taking. There are the two chambers important. One is a condenser, another is a evaporator, where the heat exchange is taking. So the choice of the refrigerator depends upon the certain criteria. It should have the large latent heat of the vaporization, and its vapor should be the small specific volume. It should have the sufficient vapor pressure. It should be liquefied easily. When it is compressed and cooled, it should be the chemically inactive. That is important. It is a chemically inactive with your machinery, non-explosive chemical which is used as a refrigerant. So this is about the simple ideal vapor compression refrigerator, that is it belongs to your domestic or commercial. So what is the application of the refrigerator? Now it is a well known to you application of the refrigerator. There is no any doubt. You should be right easily to the application of your refrigerator. So application is classified according to the different fields. So first is the domestic. We can use the domestic refrigerator. Domestic refrigeration. Domestic refrigeration कशासाठी यूज केला जातो? It is used for keeping the food. It is used to keep the food in a daily unit. In a regular life, we can use it. Second जो आहे तो commercial field. Commercial refrigeration. It is used in commercial, means holding and displaying the frozen and fresh food in a retail outlet. That is commercial ware shop. There is used. That is one as a commercial refrigerator. In a retail outlet ठिकाणी, retail outlet commercially used. Third, food processing. Food processing and cold storage. So this is a cold storage किंवा फूड प्रोसेसिंग ज्या ठिकाणी होती त्या ठिकाणी याचा यूज केला जातो. So this equipment preserve, process and store the food from its source to the wholesale distribution point. So all your cold drink is coming for the processing or cold storage. So there you can use the food processing cold storage मध्ये. Next is the industrial refrigeration. It is also in industries. Industrial refrigeration. Large equipment, typically 25 kilowatt or 30 megawatt, used for the commercial processes, cold storage, food processing, and district heating and cooling. Next is the transport refrigeration. Transport refrigeration is like the, it is used to preserve, equipment used for the preservation and storage the goods, primarily foodstuff, and during the transport we can use it. That is small refrigerator. And last is the electronic cooling. Electronic cooling. So it is a low temperature cooling of CMOS. Circuitry and other component in large computer service where you can use it. Integrated circuit. So you can use for the cooling purpose. So these are the application of the refrigerator. We should be remember it. It is the most important. You are asking the MCQ question, so do not be required the circuit diagram. But if you want to understand this, you can be use it. You are asking the question, what happened in a condenser evaporated, that is the heat is absorbed or rejected. A such type of the question is asking for the MCQ. Should be the do it. Thank you.